Right now at 5, the Wisconsin Department of Revenue filed a tax warrant against State Representative Jill Billings.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good afternoon and thanks for watching News 8 Now at 5. I'm Amy DuPont.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. In our top story today, according to online court records, the Assemblywoman Jill Billings owes the state more than $10,000 in unpaid income taxes, interest, and penalties. Now, the Department of Revenue filed a lien against Billings back in January and then filed a tax warrant 6 months later in June.
Billings first won election to Wisconsin's 95th district back in 2011. The Democrat represents the city of La Crosse and towns of Shelby and Campbell. Now, we asked Representative Billings about the tax warrant. Her staff sent this statement to News 8 Now. A mistake was made, paperwork was missed, and my income taxes were late. The taxes and fees owed have been paid in full to the Department of Revenue.
As of this afternoon, online records still show Billings' income taxes have not been paid. So we asked the Department of Revenue if they can prove Billings has paid her outstanding taxes. They, by law, cannot do that. So we asked Representative Billings to share any documents proving her taxes have been paid, and she has not yet responded.
Well, after disrupting the court dozens of times, the man charged with killing multiple people during the Waukesha Christmas parade told the judge today he's sorry. Darrell Brooks is representing himself at trial. Last week, the judge removed Brooks from the courtroom proceedings before they even began because he was being disruptive. And at one point on Friday, Brooks removed his shirt. This morning, before testimony got underway, Brooks apologized.
In regards to my actions last week during the trial, I just want the court to understand it's very emotional. Not to excuse my actions, I should carry myself with better respect than that. I wasn't raised that way.
Brooks apologized to the court, the prosecutors, the clerk, the bailiff, and even the news reporters and anyone else who was in the gallery last week. He did not specifically mention the victims, several of whom attended the trial. Well, the former police officer who responded to the January 6th assault on the Capitol released secretly recorded audio from a meeting with White House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy. As Natalie Brand explains, it comes ahead of what could be the last public hearing for the House committee investigating the January 6th attack.
In a new interview with CBS News, Michael Fanone vowed to keep speaking out about what happened on January 6th until the perpetrators of the attack are held responsible.
I continue to talk about it because I haven't accomplished what I set out to accomplish.
The former D.C. Metropolitan Police officer who nearly died that day is sharing audio he surreptitiously recorded during a June 2021 meeting with House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy and officers who responded on January 6th. The mother of Brian Sicknick, the officer who died of a stroke after the attack, asked McCarthy why President Trump did not call off the mob.
He knew what was going on. He knew they were fighting for hours and hours and hours. You know, I just, you know, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know, I wasn't there, but I'm just telling you from my phone call, I don't know that he did know that at that point.
Fanone has written a new memoir, Hold the Line, The Insurrection and One Cop's Battle for America's Soul. In it, he describes a separate meeting with Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. He was asked about that on CBS Mornings.
You know, he did kind of fly off the handle and say that you know, he gave us guns and that we should have shot all these protesters in the head.
This all comes ahead of what could be the final public hearing held by the House Select Committee investigating January 6th, scheduled for Thursday.
We've received a huge amount of documents from the Secret Service and have learned some additional things. I think it will shed some light on the events of the day and the events leading up to it.
The January 6th committee has until the end of the year to issue its final report. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Congressional offices for both Representative Kevin McCarthy and Senator Lindsey Graham did not return a request for comment from CBS News. Fanone's new memoir is published by imprint of Simon & Schuster, which, like CBS, is part of Paramount Global.
All right, time to switch it up. Talk some fall weather with First Alert meteorologist Eric Dean.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Hey, tell you what, today was gorgeous. We had temperatures in the 60s and 70s. It's one of those days where you just want to roll the window out and, I don't know, listen to some music. Why not? Temperatures in the 60s from Eau Claire to Black River Falls, Sparta, Volkfield, Viroqua. 70s from Red Wing down to La Crosse over towards Decorah. and Prairie to Sheen. We're sitting at 71 degrees at the airport. Humidity is at 35%. We have a south wind at 10 miles per hour. The river is falling still. It's at 4.9 feet. So if you have any evening plans, hey, clear skies out there. 59 degrees by the 8 o'clock hour, 56 by the 10 o'clock hour, double nickels by the 11 o'clock hour with lots of stars, making for a beautiful evening. Across the area, your zone forecast has temperatures in the 40s and 50s across the board. Go down to the southern zone from Brownsville to New Albany to Lansing to Waukon, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Over towards the central zone, temperatures staying in the 40s and 50s. Trempealeau, you'll make it to 51. Alma Center, 42. And then real quick, from Ladysmith down to Fall Creek, temperatures in the 40s. Now, coming up in the first alert forecast, guys, I said this yesterday, a roller coaster ride continues.
All right. Thanks very much, Eric.
A day to recognize tradition and culture. Today marks Indigenous Peoples Day, and for the first time, La Crosse celebrated at Burns Park, and that celebration included traditional crafts and games.
La Crosse is one of the Ho-Chunk Nation's original villages. Members of the nation say this year's event and the city's official proclamation of Indigenous Peoples Day is a sign of respect to those who have been in the area for centuries.
And some of us have still been here for a long time. We've called it home, and so by the Parks Department asking us to help with this, it really means a lot that they're respecting us and helping us to find a way to celebrate those of us who are still here.
Today's event started off with raising the Ho-Chunk Nation's flag at City Hall. Members of the Ho-Chunk Nation say that Indigenous Peoples Day is not only about bringing the community together, but also about raising everyone's awareness of tribal history.
There were a lot of harsh realities that the Ho-Chunk Nation and the people have faced, and just honestly, finally getting it out there and letting the people know.
This is the 6th year La Crosse officially marked Indigenous Peoples Day. The celebration at Burns Park is still going on right now. It runs until 6.
Bank workers across the U.S. are taking the day off for Indigenous Peoples Day, but instead of leisure, employees of Affinity Plus in Winona and all across Minnesota are taking their day off to plus it forward. Their day is jam-packed with volunteer work like serving a pancake breakfast, doing yard work for refugee families, hosting a clothing drive, and simply doing random acts of kindness.
We could certainly just take the day off and hang at home, but it's important to who we are as an organization to spread kindness in our communities. And our intention is that we want people to feel our love and our appreciation, and then in turn show that to other people.
Branches of Affinity Plus have been plussing it forward for 10 years. Last year, 2,300 people dedicated their day to spreading kindness.
And giving back doesn't stop there. Ultra Federal Credit Union gave back to folks all across the region and nationwide during the company's 5th annual Ultra Gives Back Day. One of News 8 Now's photographers traveled to Coon Valley where Ultra volunteers helped out at Horse Sense. That's a nonprofit that provides therapeutic horseback riding lessons to people of all abilities. Ultra's president and CEO says today is important for everyone involved.
There's a lot of, unsung heroes out there doing great work, and we use this day to give back to them and help them do what they do. And again, I think it's kind of makes everyone feel good about what they're doing, and it's kind of what Ultra's all about.
So volunteers helped Horse Sense prepare for their Fall Harvest Festival by painting their barn and mulching. That event will be Horse Sense's first since 2019.
All right. Still to come tonight at 5, preparing for flu season.
La Crosse doctors at both Mayo and Gunderson say the community needs to prepare for what could be a challenging flu season.
Todd Holtz enjoys working at Park Bank because it's a small community bank that allows him to get to know his customers in a personal way. Todd also enjoys the great outdoors and the activities that come with camping. As a loan officer, Todd enjoys finding ways to help his customers realize their dreams. Todd enjoys getting close to nature with friends and family. So visit Todd at Park Bank in La Crosse to talk about your financial dreams and roughing it. Park Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Meet Brad Paff. He never had a job outside of politics. Seriously, he hung around long enough to climb that political ladder. He'll never fix Washington. He won't even try. Me, I spent 26 years fighting for our country. I served as a Navy SEAL, and I know how to get things done. I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message. Let's try something different. Let's change the people we're sending to D.C.
Cracks in brick, cracks in block, sticking windows or doors. Settling or sinking foundation, it's a fact. Foundation problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call American Waterworks.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Serving Toma, Black River Falls, and the surrounding communities, DeRusso Heating and Cooling is your alternative energy expert.
We're paying more for food, gas, and rent. But Tony Evers wants to take even more of our money. He tried to raise the gas tax by 20% and double the tax on our heating bills. Evers wanted to use our tax dollars to pay people who refuse to work. And he wanted to give taxpayer-funded benefits to those who entered our country illegally. Evers even opposed drug testing for those getting welfare. We just can't afford 4 more years of Tony Evers.
Gary knows golf.
You need to have good balance, good support.
Where to find that support?
2 words, The Good Feet Store. How many words is that?
Swing by for your free arch support fitting.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now, our community, your station.
Fall is here, and that means the fall flu season is knocking at our door. Experts predict that this season will be even more severe than the last 2.
News 8 Now's Emily Haugen joins us in studio to explain why doctors say it's extra important to get your flu shot this year.
Amy and Ken, Mayo Clinic physician Erica Zell says she's treating more patients with viral infections in the clinic, and flu season hasn't even arrived yet. Experts say because flu cases were down last year, people have fewer antibodies to fight the flu. That, plus the fact that fewer people are masking, leads doctors to believe this flu season will be even more severe. Still, 49% of American adults say they do not plan on getting their flu shot.
We know we have the right tools in front of us right now is to make sure that we are getting vaccinated, so that way we don't see a large number of cases like the Southern Hemisphere did.
Those tools include getting your flu shot, washing your hands, staying home when sick, and masking in heavily populated areas. Experts say all of those efforts on top of vaccination can reduce the spread. Amy and Ken?
All right, thanks very much, Emily. Mayo Clinic and Gunderson's flu shot clinics will open to the public on October 17th.
But you can still get your shot before that with your physician. Just schedule an appointment with your primary provider.
Well, it is Wisconsin Science Festival Week, and kids at Northside Elementary are getting a taste of the medical field. Doctors, nurses, and other staff from Gunderson Health System taught students about germs and vaccines and anatomy.
Kids also got to get close to an ambulance and the St. Clair Mobile Clinic. Health system leaders hope that this experience sticks with the kids.
One, we're providing education on healthy eating, healthy living, good hand washing, even a little gross anatomy today. And 2, we hope to maybe inspire some of our young kids to consider fields of medicine down the road.
The group will be traveling to a few other schools during this Science Fest week.
Very cool. Well, up next, finding a job that's right for you.
A program in La Crosse that's recruiting people into social service.
And in the world of weather, we have a clean sweep on the radar scan right now, but this is going to get a workout sometime this week. And then we're dropping the temperatures. Details of the first alert forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Ron Johnson and China. Here's how it works. While in the Senate, Johnson made $57 million from a family business whose growth was directly linked to China. He invested in Chinese factories, and Johnson's family business got $50 million in loans from the Bank of China. Johnson pushed for shipping American jobs overseas, while he got rich. Ron Johnson's out for himself, not us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Stella Jones Corporation has immediate needs for laborers, machine operators, and maintenance technicians. Why do you want to work here?
I started at Stella Jones when I was 20 years old, and within 6 years I become production supervisor. We have employees that make this place feel like a family. Stella Jones isn't just a job, it's a career.
I've worked here for 22 years. This is a great place to work for with plenty of benefits and room to move up.
Apply today and ask about our $2,500 hiring bonus. Stella Jones, where our people and our products are essential.
No one expects to see me at their doorstep.
But it's happening more because of Tony Evers.
Evers released hundreds of violent criminals from prison.
Some of the worst offenders in Wisconsin history.
Some struck again.
And others will.
That's why we are with Tim Michaels.
He'll keep dangerous criminals behind bars.
Out of our homes and off our streets.
As a veteran, Tim Michaels knows how to keep Wisconsin safe.
We stand
with Tim Michaels.
Stop losing money through your old windows.
At Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, we don't only have the style of window you want, we have the type of window you need.
Look at the difference between our windows and our competitors. Our triple pane windows with foam help reduce energy costs, outside noise, and improves condensation resistance. Keep your hard-earned money. Call Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions today.
For a limited time, receive 24 months interest-free financing.
Punishing inflation, retirement savings evaporating, home values crashing, and Mandela Barnes is oblivious. Barnes just supported a massive tax increase on middle-class families and an army of IRS agents to go get every penny. Barnes also supported Biden's student loan forgiveness plan that cost every taxpayer $2,000. $2,000 less to survive on. Can you afford Mandela Barnes? Wisconsin Truth Pack is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now, our community, your station.
Local organizations are bringing opportunity to the La Crosse community. The Reach Center, Cooley Cap, YWCA, and other organizations collaborated to host a professional job fair.
Staffing shortages have affected all workers, including professionals in industries with great need like social services. Through the job fair, employees from these organizations hope they can recruit more people.
We know that our partners are also feeling the crunch of not having enough staff. So it was an idea to come together as a group to, again, try to attract people to our field.
Community members were asked to dress nicely and bring resumes and a list of references, as organizations even conducted interviews at that job fair.
Yeah, you can walk in with a resume, walk out with an offer.
Job, right?
Wouldn't that be great? Our meteorologist Eric Dean is in tonight for Bill Grawl, and Eric, it is definitely getting cool every morning, not just spotty. Every morning is getting cool.
Lots of places seeing patchy fog across the area this morning, but if you have plans tonight, look, I'm going to put up here, you're going to need those. The shades. It's sunset's gorgeous out there. It's going to be just before 7 o'clock. Temperatures right now 71 degrees. It feels like 71. Humidity is at 35% with winds out of the south at 10 miles per hour. So our high today was 71. You see the temperature trend up here. We're going to go to 76 and then back into the 50s for Thursday. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and break out the roller coaster here. There's Tuesday. There's that high of 76, and it's going to drop as we go into Thursday. There you go, from 76 to 50 on the high end. And then next week, we're talking temperatures going into the mid-40s on the high end. Nothing on the radar scan right now. We got a clean sweep across the area. High pressure is in control and it's going to stay in control. To the south of us, here's this warm front that's going to be in play. It's going to push its way up and over into the Cooley region. When it does, we'll see those temperatures in the 70s again for tomorrow. Back behind it is another cold front. You'll see what's going to happen as we take a look here at the next 8 days. So when you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the 40s and 50s will greet you. 45 in Sparta, 42 Black River Falls, 48 in Eau Claire, 51 Red Wing, 51 Preston, 51 will be the temperature in Decorah. We'll see clear skies for tonight, making for a beautiful evening across the area. By your Tuesday, we'll see sunny skies to start, and then thunderstorm chances start to pick up Tuesday night going into your Wednesday morning. So highs tomorrow, again, back into the 70s. Some computer models are trying to paint a little bit of 80-degree weather just to the west of us. I'm not really buying that yet. I think we're going to stay in the mid to upper 70s. Now, first alert forecast for tonight. We'll see mostly clear skies, a nice light wind. Overnight lows will be in the upper 40s, low 50s, with winds out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. The day planner for tomorrow. We'll start the day off with temperatures in the mid 50s by the 8 o'clock hour. We'll see temperatures in the upper 60s by noon, mid 70s throughout the afternoon hour, and then that rain chance picks up by the 8 o'clock hour with that temperature of 68 degrees. Now, let's talk about the next 8 days. So we go to 76 on Tuesday, 64 on Wednesday, 50 degrees on Friday. Let's go, or Thursday, I should say. Let's go ahead and break out Thursday because look at this. Some places will see temperatures in the 40s. Eau Claire is going to go to 46, 48 Black River Falls, 48 Sparta, 46 Viroqua, 51 in Prairie du Chien, 49 in Decorah. 53 for Saturday. We'll talk about the weekend really quick. 58 for Saturday with that 20% chance of a scattered shower. That's going to be in the afternoon and early evening hours. Sunday, we go to 46 degrees with abundant sunshine. So, you know, it's one of those days where you see the sun, you're like, oh, it's nice and warm outside, and you go outside and you're like, nope. your Indian jacket that day. So then you go to 44 on Monday. Some places will see temperatures in the upper 30s. We'll see mostly sunny skies there and then partly cloudy skies for your Tuesday with a temperature of 47. So again, real quick, the next 8 days, rain chances are in the forecast. Tomorrow, going into early Wednesday morning, we get a break Thursday and Friday as that front pushes its way through and drops the temperatures. And then by Saturday, another round of precipitation, but we're going into the 50s. So keep in mind, our average high for this time of year is 67 degrees. After we see that 76, the Climate Prediction Center is hinting that we're going to stay below normal for at least the next 2 weeks. We'll talk more. Yeah, we'll talk about that at 6 too.
Really hard to get that last lawn mow in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because the nice days, it could rain and then it's going to be cold out there.
Exactly. And then we'll talk more about the long range coming up at 6. So.
All right. Thanks very much, Eric.
Well, do your kids know what to do during a fire emergency? Crosse firefighters are putting in the work so kids can answer yes. Details are next.
Tuesday on News 8 Now this morning, spooky storytelling comes to you live tomorrow morning as we host our first event in studio in a while with a live studio interview. And a self-driving shuttle helps transportation become easier for those with disabilities, making it easier for them to get where they need to go. We hope you have a great Monday night. More News 8 Now is coming up after the break.
Visit during the Board Store's Fall Home Show Open House this week only for special discounts, vendors on site, and refreshments too. Register for prizes and enjoy some treats. We'd love to meet you.
Sick of running out of hot water? The professionals at Maxwell White are here to handle all of your water heater needs. Our licensed technicians can install, repair, or replace any type of water heater with same-day or next-day service. Call Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Long before women could vote, Wisconsin politicians wrote a law that banned abortion and jailed doctors who performed them.
The 1849 law is an exact mirror of my position.
Tim Michaels would ban abortion, even in cases of rape or incest, and send doctors to jail for performing them. It's not 1849 anymore, and while we might not have been able to vote back then, we sure can now.
Start earning more for your money. At Riverbank, we make it easy with our rewards checking. With a $50 minimum deposit, you can start earning a super rate of interest on your checking deposits. If you like the convenience of a debit card and direct deposit, Riverbank's rewards checking is for you. There's no minimum balance or monthly service fees. Stop into one of our many locations across the Cooley region or visit us online to learn more. Riverbank, local banking made simple and rewarding. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As law enforcement, we've seen a lot.
Enough to know the attacks on Governor Evers are outright lies.
The truth? The governor actually increased police and first responder funding.
That's a fact. Even fact checkers said the attacks on Evers were false.
And Evers is working to invest in school programs, mental health treatment, and job training in high crime areas.
Those are the real facts.
That's how a governor leads, and that's the truth.
Governor Tony Evers, he's doing the right thing for Wisconsin.
We at Maxwell White pride ourselves on delivering honest, dependable plumbing services, whether it's a repair, installation, or any number of other needs. With our full-stocked warehouse and trucks, our licensed technicians are ready to serve you. So don't just choose anyone, choose Maxwell White.
Only we're with Gwen Stefani.
That's an ET exclusive, guys.
Her big musical plans for husband Blake Shelton. Next ET.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now, our community, your station.
If they haven't already, families are about to turn on their heat, maybe light their first fire of the season. So now is a good time to talk to kids about fire safety.
The La Crosse Fire Department is visiting 20 area schools for Fire Prevention Week. All students, including the excited kids at Emerson Elementary, got to learn tools for fire safety like the classic stop, drop, and roll. And they even toured a brand new fire safety simulator.
For the fire department, sooner is better when it comes to kids learning this type of information.
If that lighter or those matches or a candle is around, they just want to play with it. And telling them now how dangerous it can be will prevent, hopefully as they get older, them doing something that is going to hurt themselves or somebody else.
Firefighters started Fire Prevention Week today, and they'll be teaching students until next Tuesday.
So most of us wouldn't use a fire hose to get that Cheeto dust off our hands, but there is really a thing, the orange finger phenomenon. It's big and it's being celebrated with a statue in Canada.
This baby is 17 feet tall and sitting in the Cheetle community of Alberta. It's there because Cheetle is what the Cheetos company is calling that infamous fingertip dusting. The statue will be traveling as well on a Canadian tour.
You know, that is the downfall of that
For
snack.
sure. Yeah. It's so worth it though. It's almost like a secondary snack once you're done with the actual
I get
thing.
it, then yeah.
You lick off the dust.
Maybe not when you're camping or away from a kitchen or bathroom.
No, I have to be so close to a sink.
Yeah.
I know it's delicious, but then I feel like dirty almost.
Yeah.
Like you got to wash your hands right
I
after
would
that.
agree, and you can't wear white when you eat those. It's just a bad idea.
How about that? There's a statue for everything now.
There is now, for sure. We will have a preview of what's coming up at 6 right after this.
And of course, Eric will have another look at tonight's forecast.
January 6th, Derek Van Orden and an angry mob march on the Capitol.
The Capitol, that's where we're headed to right now.
Break through police barricades.
Derek Van Orden, he and a bunch of his frogman buddies are on the wall.
And break the law.
Since January 6th, Derek Van Orden has lied about where he was.
And deleted an online post to hide what he did.
Liar, lawbreaker.
Don't vote for Derek Van Orden.
Center Forward Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Blain's Farm and Fleet's big snacking and candy event is going on now. It's time to stock up and save on a massive selection of craveable chocolates, savory trail mixes, classic candies, and gummy go-tos, all on sale. Like 1-pound bags of Blaine's Gummy Bears, 2 for just $4. 2-pound bags of Farm and Fleet Trail Mix, 2 for $12. And enjoy fresh air indoors with these Best Air Furnace Filters, just $19.99. Plus, don't miss Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland opening weekend. Doors open this Saturday at 7 a.m.
Morgan Farmer at Park Bank enjoys working with new and existing business owners to ensure their success. He finds the means to secure loans through the Small Business Administration that enables these businesses to start, expand, and thrive in our communities. Morgan Farmer enjoys helping local businesses, and he also enjoys other things. Visit Morgan at Park Bank to talk about your small business and other things.
There's no other place where my story is possible. My mom was a teacher. My dad worked third shift. It was our ticket to the middle class. That's the promise of America I'll fight to protect. While others send our jobs overseas, I'll bring manufacturing back, invest in our own workers, and stock our shelves with American products. And with a middle class tax cut, you'll be able to keep more of what you earn. I know the promise of America, and no one will fight harder to protect it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
I'm Dr. Daniel Tweeden, board-certified orthopedic surgeon at Toma Health. The services I provide at Toma Health include adult reconstruction such as total hips and total knees, sports medicine to include shoulders and knees, fracture care, and hand surgery. The Toma Orthopedic Department works very closely with Toma Health in rehabilitating our patients.
My name is Erica Rosemeyer and I'm a physical therapist for Toma Health. Quality care to me means treating someone the way that you would treat a family member.
Toma Health offers expert orthopedic care close to home.
We've got a lot of news to cover on this Monday night. Russia attacks Ukraine with the biggest and most widespread missile strikes in months, dropping bombs near a university and a playground, and the warning from Putin that there's more to come. Plus, a new study out about the effectiveness of colonoscopies. Our Dr. John LaPook joins us to answer your questions. And celebration of flight from the National Air and Space Museum right here in Washington. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And coming up on News 8 now at 6, a bus driver is one of the first non-family members a child sees each morning during the school year. Some children also see their driver in the classroom.
For October's top-notch teacher, you're going to meet a lacrosse instructor literally driving home some life lessons. Her amazing story is coming up tonight at 6.
All right, here's a look at the next several hours. For tomorrow, 8 a.m., we'll see temperatures in the mid-50s, double nickels to be exact, 55 degrees, going into the upper 60s by the noon hour. How about 70s throughout the afternoon and early evening hours? But then after that, the temperatures, they plunge. We got a 50 on Thursday. How about 40s for this time next week? On the high end.
Nope.
Quite a drop.
Ready.
Coffee weather.
Yes.
Yeah. Have a great day, everyone.
We hope to see you at 6.